Hello and welcome to FHC Slam. I'm your host, Robe, and tonight we'll get to see reactions from a bunch of the upsets that happened last week. First, from Sonic Fire beating out the Strength of the Righteous for the #1 contender spot for the Tag Championship. We'll hear what the Icons think about that. Then, universal shock at the upset that was Paul Hannon defeating King Slender clean in singles action. No one can scarcely believe it. I mean, we have to keep watching the tape over and over again to actually believe what we saw. I was calling the match myself and still don't quite believe what I saw with my own eyes. Then, of course, El Huracan defeating Guile another notch on Four Fierce's belt against Sonic Fire, which I'm counting now at least 3 matches where Ryu has turned his new venture stable into an unstoppable force. Lots of talk on the town tonight, and especially with the main event match Mr. Palmer has in store for us tonight, but more on that later. Right now, we're seeing Athena heading down to the ring to talk about what is ailing her, about Karin Rebel and the FHC Championship.
You know what amazes me about this place? The bar keeps getting lower, and the crowd keeps cheering like nothing's wrong. Let's talk about your new champion, the great Karin Rebel. The same Karin who strutted into this company, mouthful of defiance, fistful of fury, and everyone acted like she was the second coming of Rosie Fox. Let's be honest, Karin. You beat Rosie and you beat Morrigan. Both icons here. Both champions, but their time is clearly running out. And now, just like that, you've got a title. And the world wants to pretend you've been tested. Karin, you've barely been noticed before this title fell in your lap. Rosie knows what it means to be a champion. She carried the ladies' division for the longest time with no backup, no crowd sympathy, no shortcuts. And Morrigan, she helped build the throne you're sitting on. But you got lucky. You just warmed up a chair they left behind. You've been riding coattails since day one. You've made a career of walking through doors Rosie kicked down, barking louder than everyone else in the room, and hoping nobody noticed you've never had to actually bleed for that belt. But we noticed. The fugitives see through you. You're untested. You're unready. And worst of all, you think you can go around and try to prove yourself and be the godmother of FHC. And the truth is, you can't beat anyone. You grandstand. You pretend to be one with the locker room, but you don't deserve the spotlight. You aren't the future. You won't have a legacy. You're just the wrong path taken. And the fugitives will be here to pick up the pieces when you fall apart.
So, this must be the darkness that Dee warned us about. Athena and her band of fugitives. You say I'm untested, you say I ride coattails. I got here because I stood next to the right people at the right time. Let me tell you something about coattails. Coattails don't teach you how to survive when the match stops going your way. Coattails don't teach you how to adapt when your first plan fails. I've stood across the ring from Rosie Fox, one of the most dominant champions I know. The standard bearer for what all champions should strive for. I fought Morrigan, someone who has been more about this business than even her master of sorcery. And instead of being intimidated by that, I learned from everyone I fight. I learn from everyone I lose to. I learn from every situation I'm thrown into, because that's how you earn being champion. Now, let's talk about the fugitives. Athena, Crazy Mary, Mandy, you didn't come to FHC because it was your first choice. You came here because other companies didn't want you, didn't book you right, didn't see your value. That hurts, I know. And I get why you've got chips on your shoulders. I get why you feel like you've got everything to prove. But here's where you lose me. You don't prove you matter by forcing situations. You don't prove you belong by taking what you want through intimidation, manipulation, and abuse. You want this championship? Then show it the right way. Win matches, earn respect. Stand across from us knowing you deserve to be here, because honorable challenges create champions. And if you think you are good enough to beat us, to beat me, then prove you belong in this ring before you ever ask for what I wear around my waist.
Well, no punching, no kicking, no slams. Very mature response by FHC Champion Karin Rebel, especially after we saw these two come to blows at the end of Slam last week when Karin saved Dee from an attacking Athena. Athena looks like she's fuming even more now, but not acting out on it. That might be a good thing. Calm before the storm, because tonight we'll have a match against Karin's retinue and the Fugitives, with the lieutenants battling out on behalf of their stables. Rosie Fox going up against Crazy Mary tonight. Then we have the Icons hosting GGPW's Silverstein and Bronzeman, the Precious Metals, tonight in non-title action. Then, in one of the high-profile matches tonight, we'll have a title defense, with the Tunnel Snakes' Malik Ferdenko challenging Azathoth for the Dragon Championship. Malik appeared quite excited last week, thinking he could get the job done when his fellow Tunnel Snakes couldn't. Could he become the next Dragon Champion? We'll see how successful he is tonight. Then, we mentioned the main event earlier, but now the details are in from Mr. Palmer. A 6-kill battle royal tonight to determine the #1 contender for the FHC Championship. Val Venus, Scarves, Vincent Hanna, Ryu, Cesaro, and Darth Wump himself participating in this one, folks. If Wump wins, he picks the challenger and stipulation at FHC Knockout. This one is sure to be a cluster knocker, guaranteed. Welcome to FHC Slam. We're here! Following tag team match is set for one fall. Making their way to the ring, from Montpelier, Vermont, Silverstein and Bronzeman, the Precious Metals! Now we're getting our first look at the Precious Metals. Silverstein and Bronzeman, they have not graced Slam with their presence in about 6 months, just before FHC Rise and Fall. And since then, they've been doing their time on Super Flight Night and GGPW, where they recently had matches with Backdraft and Pac. The newly named Pac now used to be Adrian Satterley, but now going by Pac. And also Even Stevens, Aaron and Austin. We've always had high hopes for this team of Silverstein and Bronzeman, but they just can't catch a break. At their worst last year, they were on a 7-match losing streak, and one of the only highlights they had was beating the then tag champions El Huracan and the Frost Bastard at the height of their popularity. Unfortunately, they've never been able to replicate that success in any consistent fashion, but you never know. As we saw Paul Hannon defeat King Slender last week, anyone can have an extraordinary week. We'll see how they fare against the tag champions, the Icons, right now. And their opponents. They are the FHC Tag Champions, Giant Panther and Starman, the Icons! The Icons coming off a hot winning streak. Of course, the last big match they had at Blood, Sweat, and Tears a couple weeks ago was when they beat the Bravehearts at the First Blood Tag Championship match. The last loss that they had was earlier last month on Super Flight Night against Malibu and Val Venus, one of the one of the first matches that team has had as a bona fide tag team. But I'm just getting word that the Icons are wanting to say something here right before the match. Last week, Panther and I were in the back, and we witnessed something that caught us off guard. Sonic Fire actually managed to beat the Strength of the Righteous to become the #1 contenders for these championships. Now, I'll be the first to say it. We were surprised. The Strength of the Righteous were the favorites. Everyone expected them to walk out of that match with the victory. But you know what happened? They underestimated Sonic Fire. Just a little bit. And when you underestimate your opponent, when you let your guard down for even a second, that's when mistakes happen. So Sonic Fire, congratulations. You stepped up. You played your cards right. The stars aligned for you, and yeah, there was a bit of luck involved too. But here's the thing. No team truly threatens us. No team in this company, no team in this industry is capable of beating the Icons unless they are designed and crafted to do so. And Sonic Fire, that's not you. Plain and simple. Sonic Fire, let me make this crystal clear. Brothers, you may have earned your shot, but earning a shot and winning a shot are two completely different things. You caught the Strength of the Righteous slipping. Well, you won't catch us slipping. So here's what I suggest. Save yourselves the embarrassment. Forfeit your match. Walk away now while you still have your dignity intact. Because if you step into the ring with the Icons, if you dare challenge us for these titles, you're going to suffer a humiliating and very public defeat that you will never live down. But you know what, brothers? Maybe you don't believe us. Maybe you think we're just talking. So maybe you need to see it for yourselves. Well, you're in luck. Because in just a few seconds, precious metals right here in front of us, you guys need to watch very closely. Because Sonic Fire, consider this your preview. Let us show you a little taste of what you have to look forward to when you face us for the Tag Championship. And here we go. Starting of the match, Panther letting Sonic Fire know that this is going to be a little preview of things to come when Sonic Fire faces the Icons at FHC Knockout in about 3 weeks' time. And now, getting our first look again at the precious metals here. Silverstein starting off against Panther, and it's pretty amazing. I don't know that we've seen these guys go up against each other that much, but Silverstein is a giant of a man here, almost looking like he's bigger than Giant Panther. And we know Giant Panther is quite the specimen. Oh gosh, Panther with that headbutt into the groin of the Silverstein. Oh gosh, and Panther just working that groin area. That's not like Panther. It seems like Panther and Starman have always been two of the most honorable wrestlers we've known and seen, not just in the FHC, but of course during their time in the VWA and VWF federations. And now Silverstein with the tag on Bronzeman, tossing his tag team partner onto the top of Giant Panther, and now Panther towering over Bronzeman. I was gonna say John Bronzeman. I can't remember these two two first names here, but now, oh my God, look at those hard hits on Panther's chest. Now going to the outside, but man, Bronzeman trying to wear down the tag team champion, but Panther coming back with that big head into the apron. That'll smart. And Panther going for those surgical strikes to the head and the midsection of Bronzeman. I think it was, oh God, some more surgical strikes, trying to pare down the Super Flight Night tag team here, and now Bronzeman getting rolled into the ring once again. Panther has yet to tag out to Starman. He could be doing that right now, dragging Bronzeman back to the corner, and yes, here comes the Starman. No, not David Bowie, but not Ziggy Stardust either, if you will. But now Starman with the monkey flip from the turnbuckle, and now you see Silverstein perhaps trying to get his way back in. Bronzeman seems like he's been in the ring too long. Panther wearing him down, but now I think we need to see a tag out by the Precious Metals. And as we saw Panther trying to hit those surgical strikes, now we're seeing Starman with the same sort of perhaps strategy, trying to wear down the limbs, the extremities, and now just throwing Bronzeman like a rag doll. And now Bronzeman with the jawbreaker. Now Starman, Northern Lights suplex. Bronzeman desperately trying to get back into the corner, but rolling out of the ring instead. And Starman cartwheel head slam. Bronzeman is in trouble here, folks. He better make a tag soon, and I feel like he could have had that opportunity right there, but no. Perhaps he was dazed, didn't quite know where he was, and just instinctively just trying to move ahead and go on the offensive. And oh God, what a shot! And Starman, oh my gosh, backflip slam, and now the cover. Silverstein able to come in and oh gosh, and break up the pin. But now for his troubles, getting a huge full Nelson suplex by Panther. Just the icons just warning him, hey, this is what happens when you get into the ring when you're not supposed to. Fireman's carry by Starman, but Bronzeman kipping up. Seriously, Bronzeman, where's the tag? I think that last suplex on Silverstein, he rolled out of the ring, and we haven't seen him since. Starman with that star splash, and now covers. No Silverstein to rescue, and the icons have pulled it out. Good God. Bronzeman just never was able to recover and get the tag out, and the icons now have shown. If Sonic Fire is watching in the back, this is what you guys have to look forward to at FHC Knockout. The Icons busting a move here. The Icons claiming victory here tonight. Well, if it isn't Nene Packbell. Looking sharp there, brother. That scarf really ties your whole look together, doesn't it? Anyways, we know you have a match or something to prep for, but we're here on business. Let me check my ledger here. Packbell. Ah, here we go. One custom scarf. Premium materials. Artisan craftsmanship. Total amount due, $15,000. No. You guys got your wires crossed. I didn't buy this scarf. Scarves gave me this scarf. It was a gift. He said so himself. Yeah, maybe from him it was a gift, but that doesn't mean we don't get paid. Let me explain how this works, Nini. We're businessmen. The Monet Brothers don't operate on charity. Our family didn't build wealth across generations by giving things away. Scarves might play Santa Claus, but we handle the economics of this business. Fellas, come on. You're going to have to take this up with Scarves. I mean, he's the one who told me I could have it. Yeah. We will. We will, but you're the one wearing it. Possession is 9/10 of the law, brother. And right now, you possess $15,000 worth of our merchandise. Look, guys, even if I wanted to pay you, which I don't, because this is insane, I don't have that kind of money just lying around. I'm not exactly main eventing pay-per-views here. Come on, Pac Bell, time is money, and you're wasting both. Here's what's going to happen. You have until the end of the week to come up with our $15,000. Cash money, no checks, no IOUs. Otherwise, we're going to have to pursue alternative collection methods. And let's be honest here. You've been on a bit of a losing streak lately, haven't you? Ever since you got that scarf. Huh. Funny how that works. What are you guys implying? I'm not implying anything. I'm just observing that a man who can't win matches probably can't afford expensive accessories. Maybe you should have thought of that before you accepted our merchandise. Dude, for the last time, I didn't buy anything. Scarves gave this to me. Go talk to him. We're talking to you. End of the week, Pac Bell. 15,000. You know what? I'm done with this conversation. You want money? Sue me, dickhead. I'm out of here. Wrong answer, Nini. Ugh. Oh. God. Consider this interest on your debt. But you know, Nini, we actually like you. You've got heart. Style. That's why we're giving you another option. Find yourself a tag partner, and you and him face us in the ring. You win, we'll call it even. Your debt will be forgiven. If you lose, you owe us 30 large, 3 stacks of high society, double or nothing. That's our final offer. Be seeing you. And for our next match, here comes Crazy Mary, accompanied by Mandy Iris. This group has made quite an impression since arriving in the FHC, and impression might be putting it mildly. Last week they brutally attacked Dee after she lost to Karin Rebel in that non-title match in our main event. And you know, it's interesting, Dee came out during Karin's championship celebration and warned her about a dangerous presence in the FHC. The following match is set for one fall. Making their way to the ring, they are The Fugitives, Mandy Iris, and Crazy Mary! Dee was absolutely right to be concerned. Karin rewarded Dee for that warning with a championship opportunity, well, non-title, but still a chance to face the champion. Dee put up a good fight last week, but she came up short. But then, the Fugitives pounced on her like vultures. They had requested a title match from Karin that same night, but Karin denied them. I mean, look at the confidence here. Look at the arrogance from these ladies. They act like they already own the place.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury, and trust in me to honor the free.
And her opponent, being accompanied to the ring by FHC Champion Karin Rebel from Oakland, California, Rosie Fox. Oh, and Rosie looks ready for this fight. Rosie has to be ready tonight. This isn't just another match here tonight, folks. This is a statement. The Fugitives have been terrorizing the FHC since they arrived, and tonight Rosie has a chance to punch back. There's something very organized here, and of course very deliberate about the Fugitives' behavior. They're not just here to win matches. They clearly have some kind of agenda. And tonight, that agenda includes going through Rosie Fox. An agenda that perhaps has become personal now. The Fugitives have attacked so many people on this team. Karin, Rosie, Dee, all of these ladies care about each other. And the Fugitives have made that quite clear, that they want the FHC Championship, and they're willing to go through anyone to get it. And Mary, being very aggressive so far with that arm wrench, but Rosie coming it back to her with a lot of flurry of punches, and now Rosie whipping her into the corner turnbuckle. Ooh, gosh! Rosie taking all of that momentum, planting Crazy Mary's face into the turnbuckle, with Karin and Mandy both cheering on their respective heroines, if you will, at ringside. A very exciting time for this matchup between the Fugitives and Karin's stable here. Rosie tacking on that arm bar there. And Mary trying to get some good leverage here. And ooh, just picking her up quickly. Rosie almost getting caught on the ropes there, but now quick thinking with a counter DDT. And now Rosie going with that wrenching maneuver. Reverse figure 4, perhaps. And Mary quickly trying to get out of that wrench. Oh my gosh! Tilt-a-whirl slam. Just like that. Mary with the quick thinking and just scooping Rosie up. And now it's Rosie's turn to be in the turnbuckle. Oh gosh. Mary putting out all the stops there with the running knees. And now, oh gosh, what a slam! Cover, but no, Rosie trying to kick out. Very successful. Didn't even get to a 2 count on that one. Now the quick jab flurries by Mary. And now Rosie. Could we be seeing? Oh yes! There it is with the falling backstabber. Cover, and Mary kicking out at the last second. We thought she had it right there. But that's just probably only setting up. Yes, here we go. Could we be looking at what we're thinking here? Oh. And there it goes. The Fox Bite. New and improved. Fox Bite on Crazy Mary with the cover. Ref, what are you doing? Count. And Rosie Fox pulls out the win here to the chagrin of the Fugitives. Oh my gosh. The Fugitives coming in and attacking Rosie after the match. Oh my god. And ooh, Mary with a right cross to Rosie, and then Karin coming in to try to be an equalizer, but no, Athena ducks under it, and now right hands. Athena taking Karin out of the ring. Looks like the Fugitives are taking victory this day, and oh god, Rosie tried to counterattack, and now Athena showing the FHC champion and her partner who's boss. Hey, so that's how it is. Everyone betraying their friends. These new guys here with Darth, Wump, Huracan with the Bastard, and you? Oh, come on. You had it good in Sonic Fire. We had it good. We were an up-and-coming tag team. We were gonna go all the way. We saw more matches than anyone could ever count, and you were fine with throwing that all away? so you can be in the exact same person on Ryu's team? What does that even get you? You think you're any better over there than you are here? I evolved. You didn't. You've been fronting with the same crew for a long time. You and Guile go way back, I know. But what you don't know, Tom, is that he is just using you. He's just stringing you along. He put you in a tag team with Welshie over there and stopped being a tag team with you when you were the one that saved him. Guile doesn't appreciate you. He kicked you to the curb, and maybe I did the same to you, but we weren't going anywhere. You didn't know a good thing either, but I was able to see what was happening, and I did what I did to save myself, to get ahead. You should have done that long time ago. It's done. See you out there. And don't look at me that way. You knew what this was. Bye-bye. So let's talk about what I've been doing for months. Defending this Pacific Championship with pride and with honor. And I proved last week that once again, I am the standard bearer of Slam. But apparently somebody didn't get the memo that when you want a shot at Tyler Black, you ask for it like a professional. You don't jump me from behind like a coward. So Titus O'Neil, I know you're back there. Why don't you bring yourself out here, look me in the eyes, and explain to me what the hell last week was all about.
Hold on a minute, champ. Before we bring Titus out here, I think you and I need to have a conversation.
You see, what happened last week, I didn't approve of that. Attacking a champion after a grueling title defense, that's not how we do business on Slam. But I did want to talk to you about this. Tyler, you've been an incredible Pacific champion. You've elevated the title, you've had classic defenses. I see bigger and better things for you. And that's why I've come up with a solution. A way to create something historic. Something bigger than just the Pacific Championship. Tyler, I want to unify your Pacific Championship with the Lord of Sky from GGPW. One champion, one unified title. You'd be making history. Absolutely not. No way, man. Are you out of your mind, Palmer? I'm starting a long and prosperous career here on Slam. I've made this Pacific Championship mean something on this show. And you want to ship me off to the B team? I'm not some rookie who needs seasoning. I'm not someone you can just move around like a pawn. The answer is no. No way, man. You started on Super Flight Night and made a name for yourself there. You're a globetrotter. What difference does it make where you... Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Tyler Black, the great Pacific champion, the man who's been running through Slam like he's unstoppable, is scared. I can see it in your eyes, man. You're terrified. Scared? Of you? I don't even know who you are. Oh, you don't know who I am? Let me educate you. I'm the Lord of Sky. I am the man who has been tearing through GGPW, putting on classic after classic, building stars, elevating an entire brand on my back. But see, I want more. I want to prove that I belong at the top of this company, And the only way to do that is to beat the best. And that's supposed to be you, Black. You're supposed to be the best. But last week when I came out here and made a statement, I saw something in your eyes I did not expect. I saw doubt. Doubt? I'll tell you what you saw. You saw a man who just went through defending a title. What you did wasn't making a statement. It was taking a cheap shot.
Call it what you want, but I got your attention, didn't I? Now, Palmer's offering you a chance to face me. Champion versus champion. And you're refusing? Come on, Black. You say you're a fighting champion. You say you want competition. I'm right here. I'm challenging you. I'm calling you out. And you're hiding behind, I don't want to be on GGBW. Stop making excuses about which show you want to be on and accept my challenge. I mean, unless you know deep down that on my turf, in my house, you can't beat me. Your turf? Your house? Titus, you jumped me, remember? That tells me everything I need to know about your confidence. Gentlemen, please. Look, Tyler, I get it. You love Slam. But think about the opportunity here. Think about the legacy. And Titus, I respect your ambition, but that attack last week crossed the line. But a feud is a feud, and clearly there's something to explore here. I'm not going to force anyone into anything tonight, but I want you to think about the possibilities, Tyler.
You want me to accept? You want this match? Then hear me loud and clear, Titus. You made a mistake attacking me last week, and if Palmer books this match, I won't like it. But if it's between you and me, I will make you regret ever stepping foot on my show. But I'm not doing it on your terms, in your house. It's gonna be on my terms, in my house. Oh my gosh, and look at that look of the Pacific Champion and the Lord of Sky hoisting each of their championships up into the air. My goodness, folks. This is some crazy stuff. We cannot wait to see how this pans out. Will Tyler Black accept Titus O'Neil's challenge to unify the championships? This is quite ambitious, an ambitious move by David Palmer. I don't think in a million years we could have seen this coming. A unification of titles? This isn't something that's taken lightly here, folks, and something that we rarely see. But we have to trust that Mr. Palmer knows what he's doing, perhaps to strengthen the bond between Slam, GGBW, Super Flight Night, what have you. This is a very exciting time. Cannot wait to see how this goes.
The following match is set for one fall, and it is for the FHC Dragon Championship, being accompanied by Wally Mack from Amarillo, Texas. He is a member of the Tunnel Snakes, Malik Ferdenko.
Now, with the Tunnel Snakes' Malik Ferdenko challenging Azathoth for the Dragon Championship, Malik appeared quite excited last week, thinking he could get the job done when his fellow Snakes couldn't. Of course, he was referring to last month when Wally Mack unsuccessfully challenged for the title just before Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
And his opponent, from Honolulu, Hawaii, he is the FHC Dragon Champion, Azathoth.
And going back even further, we saw Azathoth vanquish all of Sonic Fire when he defended against Tetemeko at Firestorm, the Welshman before that on Slam, and Guile at Revolutions, all stemming from Azathoth winning the Dragon Championship in that amazing 4-way tussle about 4 months ago at Session 3. Now, Furdenko is the latest in a long line of challengers. But the real question is, of course, can he get the job done tonight and become Dragon Champion? And going back through the record books, Malik actually had a victory against Azathoth a couple months ago, right before FHC Into Darkness, when he and Butch Deloria took on Azathoth and PJ Brooks in a tag match. But Malik and Azathoth have never faced off in a singles match together, so one could say this is a history in the making here tonight. But will even more history be made if he can pull off an upset win here and win the Dragon Championship? Now as we see them facing off, here we go. Start of the match, Malik rushing in, immediately going for this huge clothesline and then a kick to the back. Maybe caught the Dragon Champion a little off guard. I mean, Az probably has a pretty calm demeanor usually, but then when he sees a bull with horns coming at him really quickly just out of the gates, which is, you know, I know Az. You know, I've known him for a long time. He doesn't seem like the kind of person who would be rattled by that. Now Malik with a quick cover after throwing Az into the corners, and the tunnel snake now, wrenching the head. I think it's safe to say that Malik's probably off to a strong start here, with Az not really putting up much of a fight, but now the tables could be turning here a little bit. Off the ropes, slingshot, and as we see fellow tunnel snake Wally Mack trying to give support by ringside, Az now with some hits, forearm smashes, punches. Man, he is just pummeling Malik, and Malik is just taking it, not even putting up any blocks. Off the ropes, jump, jump, jump. Crisscross will make ya? I don't know about that, but now Az, oh my goodness, double underhook. Falling codebreaker with the knees, and now a sort of modified swinging neck breaker. Kind of a little slow going here. I wonder if this is going to be a slow burn on both of these guys' fights here, Az trying to wear down the extremities of Malik Furdenko, and now once again, trying to wrench the wrist. That's gonna smart. Malik taking a little bit more time to probably get up, but no, it probably was a feint. Malik trying to go for those calves, perhaps wear down Azathoth's ground game here, try to make him feel it, and make his base wobble, perhaps. And now Malik going up top turnbuckle off, no hands, splash, hits on the Dragon Champion. That was a good hit right there, and now a cover by the tunnel snake. 2, and Az kicks out. Oof. Swinging back body drop. Sometimes we like to call that the pongo. And now Fireman's carry, into the rib breaker. And now into the cover, into the corner. 2 again, and even longer now. Az kicks out. I think Az is really getting affected here. Malik with the great offense today. Malik calling for perhaps the end here. The Dragon Champion better watch out. Block and a gut kick. But no, we thought something big was coming. Malik going for the arm drag, or arm wrench instead. And now, oh God, belly to back suplex. Some would say a German suplex. And man, Malik could probably be covering right now, just waiting, almost like he's taunting the Dragon Champion. I'm not sure if that's a quite a good idea. I mean, I'm not a wrestler, but just analyzing the situation, looks like Malik has come close to some covers here, but instead, maybe wanting to taunt too much. Sometimes we've seen this from the Tunnel Snakes in the past, where their cockiness kind of gets the better of them. We know that definitely from Malik, and we definitely know that from Butch Deloria. Now with Matt going with the wrenching the arm and then putting the knees to Az's back, but now Az responding. Oh my gosh. That was almost a big swing, but by Malik's neck, and now he's talking trash to Wally Mack on the ringside, but he's being distracted, and now Malik, front face pancake by with the assist by Wally Mack on the outside, but now the element of surprise is gone. Az trying to work on that wrist once again. And now Az sizing up the competition here. Lifting Malik up. Could we be seeing the Az Thunder Driver? Ooh, and he hits it. He hits the Thunder Driver on Malik now with the cover. 2, 3! The Dragon Champion successfully retains. My goodness. Is this a product of perhaps Malik's cockiness, as we were saying? Not quite sure. It could be one of the factors here, but now all we know is that all of these factors played into the part where Az successfully defended his Dragon Championship once again tonight here on Slam. But what is this? El Huracan coming into the ring to try to curry favor with Malik? What? Oh gosh! And Malik says, no, I don't want any help from Four Fierce. But why? Why would El Huracan try to help Malik unless trying for an olive branch, maybe grabbing allies? Or perhaps he wants a shot at the Dragon Championship, but now here comes the rest of Four Fierce, perhaps coming to the aid of El Huracan, making a statement to Azathoth.
You are running a big risk here with your continued disruptions to the rest of the FHC. Your interference after the number 1 contenders tag match last week was unacceptable. And to prevent this from being an illegal assault on my employees, I am giving you an ultimatum. You and Ak-Chu either sign contracts and compete here properly, or face legal action. I'll even ban you guys from the arena permanently.
Let me explain something to you, David. The three of us, me, Chew Dog, Darth Wump, we were brothers at one point. We bled together in high school gyms, poker lodges, and comic book garage shops. We were going to conquer the world together. But then, Wump got his big break. People like Vinnie Mac and Teddy T came calling. Once I even heard him fielding a call from a great Khan. From New Vegas? No, from Florida. And when they asked him who trained him, who built him, and who stood beside him, you know what he told them? Nobody. That he was a self-made man. Well, now Ak-Chu and I are here to collect on old debts. Wump, you sold us out. You left us behind when the big leagues came calling. And you wouldn't even be here, let alone FHC Champion, if guys like me and Chew Dog didn't pave the way for you first. You owe us, big time. And to rightfully compensate us, you owe us either your blood or your title. Chew says you may have climbed the ladder, Wump, but you kicked us down the ladder to do it. Rude. But just like a great man once said, a revolution gets its name by always coming back around in your face. You left us high and dry, you slug in a ditch. So welcome to the revolution. And David, you better check with HR, because we are now official members of the FHC. You know those contracts you're talking about? We signed 15 minutes ago. You were in the ring with the Tyler Black fella. This time, it's legal. And if you're just joining us, all 6 men for this Sixkill Battle Royal have come into the ring. And now we are off. And there they go. Check this out, guys. Vincent Hanna going for Val Venus. Cesaro and Scarves on the outside. And now Darth Wump just with a Canadian Destroyer on Ryu, wanting to end it just like that. 5 seconds in and no dice. But now Vincent Hanna suplex on Ryu, and they've traded off. Wump going for Venus now. Venus hitting the FHC champion outside the ring, and now Scarves and Cesaro getting back on the ring. Huge toss right there. And of course, with these rules, this isn't actually it's is it considered a battle royal, or is it just a 6-kill match? Oh my gosh. I guess it's not really a true battle royal, because there's not going to be a last man standing. As Venus falls onto the platinum steps. We're only looking for 1 pin here tonight, folks. We don't have to have the last man standing and everyone pinning 5 other men, as Cesaro's trying to pin Scarves, and no deal. So the first contender who scores a pin wins the match. And of course, with the field as deep as it is, this could be a rough, long match. Someone's got to tire at some point. Everyone's got to tire at some point, and someone will capitalize. But of course, this isn't Falls Count Anywhere. You have to pin your man in the ring or submit. And now, Darth Wump, Val Venus in the ring by themselves, with Wump giving those hits into the turnbuckle, almost kind of like a rematch from FHC Firestorm. That's not a rematch. That was Malibu with Darth Wump. And now Darth Wump going with that Texas Cloverleaf on Val Venus, and Ryu breaking it up. And now everyone back out now, but now Darth Wump with special clicks on Val Venus. That means he's ramping up here. We could be seeing either Darth Wump's knee or perhaps a stunner. Oh! Wump going for that gut kick, probably going for a stunner there. And now Val Venus with a sleeper on Darth Wump. Wump could tap out here, and Cesaro and Hanna coming in to try to rescue everything, and Val Venus pointing to the moon there. Cesaro with the back body drop on Scarves on the outside, and now Ryu, Hanna, Venus all going at it, while Darth Wump trying to catch his breath. Perhaps shortness of breath, fatigue. But now Scarves and Cesaro taking center stage. Oh, Scarves with a huge clothesline in the corner, and then a bulldog. And now Scarves looking for that, oh gosh, backbreaker. Swinging backbreaker. And Cesaro fighting back as much as he can, but now with Scarves with the wrenching, we could see a Scarves kick in the near future. Oh, Cesaro out of the way, and he misses, and now everyone back in the ring. Hannah trying for the rope stretch on Ryu's back. Now you can tell everyone is getting pretty fatigued now, folks. Oh, and now Scarves with the patented Scarves kick on Vincent Hannah, but he chooses to pin Ryu because Hannah wisely, instinctively rolled out of the ring. He knew he wouldn't be able to survive a Scarves kick. Hannah, oh my gosh, Ryu. Pop-up kick pedigree combo, and this could be it. Ryu looking to score the victory here tonight. Oh, everyone noticed and ran in for the save. And I was just about to say, oh, with Ryu doing that backbreaker, falling backbreaker on Vincent Hannah. Hannah is no stranger to the Scarves kick, as a couple years back Hannah and Scarves had that amazing feud for the Dragon Championship. And now Ryu and Hannah. Ryu saying count it, driving the elbow in the heart of the LAPD men. Oh, huge knee to the face. Now we got Wump and Scarves just laid out, now Venus laid out. Ryu going for that submission. Scarves desperately trying to break it up. And finally, speaking of Scarves with that double underhook flip suplex on Ryu with his shoulders down, and Cesaro giving Scarves an elbow to break it up. God, such fast-paced action here. It's anyone's game. And again, just the field being so stacked here in the world title division here. Any one of these contenders would be a match for Darth Wump. And speaking of Darth Wump, oh God, Darth Wump's knee into Scarves' face, and Cesaro and Hannah had to have a breather of his own. And could we be seeing Wump trying to take it all here, and Cesaro. Oh, and now Venus going for that fisherman suplex finisher. And Cesaro being the lone sentry here, trying to get everyone to avoid the pins. Oh my gosh, Ryu with the Hadouken on Scarves. Couldn't get the pin, but now Cesaro on the outside with Hannah. Could we be seeing, oh God, the slam right on the apron? Too much, folks, too much going on here. It's insane. And Scarves now being the sentry. Scarves felt the presence there, and Cesaro missing with the elbow. Scarves feeling the presence of Cesaro behind him, tried to go with the Scarves kick and missing, and now Cesaro trying to go end it here on Hannah with the sharpshooter, but Scarves wisely breaking it up right there. Again, the sentries that we're seeing, Scarves and Cesaro. And now Cesaro with the quick snap suplex with the pin. Can Ryu get to him in time? No! He doesn't get there in time, and Cesaro is your winner of the Sixkill matchup tonight. And the new contender for Darth Wump's FHC Championship at Knockout. What a well-fought match here tonight, folks. Cesaro celebrating as he should with his patented gun arms. Seemingly going a lot faster these days. My goodness, what a match. Gunning everyone, and now look at this. Coming out to size up the competition, Ak-Chu and Air Poodle congratulating Cesaro. What could this mean, folks? Either gunning for Cesaro or perhaps gunning for Darth Wump, of course. Oh my god, we're out of time.